My turn.
Yep.
So we got the boat out of the water. We just got done a day of searching. But that was just a bonus for tomorrow. That searching. But essentially, I think we should wait. Let more people come in.
Yeah, we can wait a minute.
I'm kind of thirsty too.
We just got done searching Douglas Lake. When I say done searching, this lake is massive.
I'm parched. Yeah, this thing's massive.
So we searched like a handful of boat ramps. It took like a while just to get from one to the next one.
Yeah.
We'll go grab a water.
Is there one in the fridge?
There's ones under the camper.
All right, I'm gonna go grab a water. Adam's gonna keep you entertained. Don't talk trash.
But yeah, we were searching for. There's a missing person that I found. We're near Knoxville right now. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Thanks for joining. There was a missing person, Tegan Boyle, I believe the name was, and I didn't find a lot of information about her case, but it's between like Lake Douglas here, and then there's another reservoir. So we were searching kind of the closest boat ramps we could. We only had a few hours today. And if you guys were on my live stream earlier, thanks for joining Jeremy's. I live streamed like us going up and down the river on the boat. It was pretty.
What are we talking about?
Pretty intense. What we did the past 2 hours.
Oh yeah. All right. So here's what we got going on today. First of all, if you guys have no idea who Summer Wells is, she's a little 5-year-old girl who went missing 3 years ago. Last Saturday was her 3-year anniversary to going missing. And it was another one of those cases, she just up and vanishes out of thin air. That was how the story goes. And by all means, I would do it no justice telling you this story. I'm going to, though, at a later date. But for the live stream, you guys really need to look up Summer Wells' case because it is just jam-packed with red flags. But yet, the certain people who everybody's looking at are still walking around free. So it's like I said, like if you guys have been watching my channel at all, you know these cases where it's like Sebastian Rogers. He goes to bed, he wakes up, or he didn't wake up, parents woke up, and he vanishes in thin air. Makes no sense, right? Well, Summer Wells is the same exact case. What was the story? Like mom said, go play with the boy, or let the boys watch over her or something?
She went to their basement of their house, and they're...
yeah, she was supposed to be playing with her brothers, and then mom supposedly comes to check on her, and the boys said, oh, she went inside to play, and she goes to look, and she's nowhere to be found.
She's just gone.
And that's it. Vanishes. And there's so many stories. Oh my gosh, dude. 3 years worth of stories coming out of this. And it gets really dark if you dive into this case. But we were bypassing all the drama, and we were helping out Ryan Finds Truth. It's a YouTube channel, and essentially he's just dedicated all his free time into seeing if he can figure out what happened to this girl. And he was out searching, and he found, or he essentially put his GoPro on a stick, and that's just what he's working with, so more power to him. He stuck it down in this area because there was a tip that came in that somebody went down there to do something and came back. And so it was like, well, they could have went down there to dump her body. So he got an underwater picture that, I'm not gonna lie, it looked like a body. Like, if once you stare at it for a second, and I don't have it because it's a live stream, but like I said, this will come out on another video. But the underwater photo looked like there was a little body laying there on the rocks. And we happened to be in Knoxville yesterday, so we're like, we'll come to town and help out.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what we did. We came here, we met up with Ryan, we went to the spot where he took the picture, and we ended up diving on this spot, and it was really clear, good conditions. But and we ended up finding the spot where we thought this body would be. Found a blanket, found a bunch of other little weird things, but no body. I think it was just a trick of the camera angle, and the pile of rocks it was in the right. It looked like a body. And it had me, had him, had everybody thinking this was what the body was.
Yeah, there was like a tarp next to it.
Yeah,
like a blanket or something.
It looked pretty wild.
Pretty sketchy.
But yeah, we dove it. We found the blanket, And we continued. Let's. And I was thinking, well, what if the body may have slid down to the bottom of the cliffside, because this area is very steep, all the way down to like 40 feet.
Yeah.
And we ended up going all the way to the bottom to make sure there wasn't anything lying down at the bottom of the lake. Nothing down there except cinder blocks and Christmas trees for old, a fish habitat. And we continued to search the whole area just in case, and there was nothing there. And that was that. We ended up finding like the blanket. We brought that up. Found a T-shirt.
Yeah, we found some other things that'll be.
Yeah, you found something pretty dark, unrelated, but it was equally as disturbing. And I'm gonna keep that a secret because you can go to his channel and find that out at a later date. But
there's a lot of water around that area.
A ton of water. It's a huge lake.
A lot of it's like shallow, the shoals. But where we were was pretty deep. It was the deep spot in town, so it kind of makes more sense. If something's gonna be dumped in town, you go to the deep waters. So we were searching a few different spots, and I think we covered a lot of ground.
Oh yeah, when we checked the spots that they wanted to search, and then we went to a second spot, and I'm not satisfied, to be honest with you, that we could search that a little more. But what we did today is we went to a spot that there was another tip that this alleged suspect, not official person, dumped her off the top of this cliffside into the water. And so we decided to start at the top of the cliff and just go down until we got to the bottom, which ended up being like 50, 60 feet and freezing. Because the thermoclines, it gets colder as you go deeper. So we got to the bottom and we stayed side by side, and we just started working our way down the cliff to try to check the whole area to see if somebody would have thrown something off. And we found a barrel. And the story goes, there is a theory that she was stuffed into a barrel and thrown into the lake.
Yeah.
And we ran into that, and we're just like, whoa. So we ended up debating what to do with this thing, but we ended up tying a rope to it, bringing it up to the surface, and we pulled the barrel all the way to the top where we could actually see what we're looking at, because it was cold and dark and really nasty down there.
Mm-hmm.
So we brought it up. I dove into the water again, and you could see inside the barrel because there were some holes in it, and it was empty. It was just an empty barrel. I don't know why somebody would throw that off. They just didn't want to have it, I guess. And it was factory sealed.
Yeah.
So it's not like we missed something. We thoroughly checked it. It was completely empty.
People, you guys probably know, it's kind of common. You heard the stories of people being in barrels. Well,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's a lot of times it's like a mobster thing back in the day? Like Lake Mead, people were being found in barrels.
It probably still happens to this day, but yeah, it's just a way. It's an easy way to get rid of a body. Like you dump a car.
Though. It's horrible.
You dump a car into the water because you think no one will see it again.
Yeah.
Same with stuffing a body in a barrel. There's probably, oh my gosh, I couldn't only imagine. Like, 'cause some of these lakes, hell, this lake right here is like super deep. Somebody could take a body in a barrel out in the middle of it on a boat. I would like to know, but I bet out in the gangster days, like they would haul. I go out in the middle of the ocean, badoosh. You never see them again.
Yeah.
But yeah, the search continues. So we spent the day doing that, and then we came out here and did a little searching, and yeah, you went live, and I was
live for a while.
I was grumpy. I was negative. And Candace said I need to stop being grumpy, and I need to eat a Snickers. But I don't have a Snickers yet. I don't want that brownie. That looks, it's all, it's nasty.
Cosmic brownie melted.
But I did see in the comments people have a story for me, or they want to shoot me a tip, or they have questions. Go to Facebook Messenger or just directly email me. That's the quickest way to get a hold of me. YouTube doesn't have any kind of way to message you besides shooting me an email. So send me whatever you want. If we're in the area, we'll help out. Tennessee, Georgia, Alabama, even Florida, if we can get down there. That's pretty much our travel radius for now until things change. But this trip we're on right now was funded by donations that you guys gave through the nonprofit. And we created that nonprofit to search for missing people and to clean up the waterways, pulling cars out of the water. And it is tax-free and is the easiest way for you to contribute, because nobody gets a piece of it. It goes straight into our bank account that was made for the nonprofit, and it can only be spent on things for searching for missing people. So we can't go on lavish vacations, we can't buy new cars, all that stuff. It goes into gas, food, maintenance. You know, so appreciate the super chats if you guys want to do that. But honestly, the best way to where nobody else gets a piece of the pie is that nonprofit. Other people like PayPal for some reason. That's cool too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I mean, I have a PayPal card if you want to do Sides Jeremy at Yahoo. But if you ever wanted to donate a large amount, it's a tax write-off because of the whole nonprofit thing. Just saying, you don't have to. But watching these videos and thumbs up and sharing them and getting the word out helps us out a bunch. Because times are tough right now. I don't understand what's happening with social media, but they're really putting a burden on how we search, on how we can search, because we just don't have the funds for it. And abusing GoFundMes, I'm over that. It's diluted. I think even though we've done it, unfortunately.
I wouldn't say we abused it. I mean, we
got the wrecker, and I got that flat bottom boat because of the GoFundMes. Yeah. But I don't know. You guys understand what I'm saying. I
feel like every once in a while when we need help for something like that, and we can't really continue with what we're trying to do. But like,
I mean, if we need a vital piece of equipment, like I think it works. But honestly, if we could just build up the funds in the GoFundMe, we could buy what we wanted through that, and the GoFundMe would, they'd own it. So if we bought, I don't know, if we bought the drone with infrared technology for like $6,000. That's the nonprofit owns it. So there you go. But we haven't bought that yet because we don't have thousands of dollars in the nonprofit. I think we have like $600 right now. So
well, that's a couple more trips and gas.
Yeah, I mean we could live off PB&Js and gas money. I think it works. We could like wet wipe it. You know, we won't have to need showers. Just wet wipe. You have a Planet Fitness.
Oh yeah, Planet Fitness is great.
We could go there and shower up if needed. If we're ever out for a long time.
I do that occasionally. Occasionally.
Hooray, live free? Live free? Live free. Either way. I've seen that movie. Live Free or Die Hard. It's amazing.
Yeah, we did a lot today, man. We dove a lot. Yeah, that case is crazy. And there's like 14 other missing people in
there's a lot.
Kingsport where we were.
Yeah, we started finding out that
crazy.
There's what was that? There's
like,
these other Layla.
There's like 2 other missing girls, teen girls.
Yeah, there's a few missing teenage girls, and it's really weird.
And those are more recent. There's a lot of other.
I hear Kingsport, Kingsport, Tennessee. It is it runs rapid with crime and drugs, and it's not a very big town either. So that could be a problem. But people are going missing. There's 32 missing kids in Tennessee alone. Tennessee has a problem. And I don't want to down Tennessee because it's a beautiful place with beautiful places to go. But there's something going on in these small towns where people are getting away with a lot more than they should, I think.
Well, we stay busy in Tennessee. I mean, we find cars. We found so many cars in Tennessee.
Yeah. We still have that quarry in Greensville, Tennessee. It has 3 cars in it. 2 modern and then that really old Volkswagen I found. That'd be kind of cool to pull out the Volkswagen just to see it. Because it's an old car. It seemed like in good condition, too. But we got the other vehicles. And that's where Danielle Owens, she was last seen and sadly found in a cornfield later on. And it's not like it was in the 80s. Definitely not. I remember when I was a kid, my parents would never see me until I came home.
Oh, yeah.
I'd be outside riding bikes and going all over the place and talking to strangers. And
it's different, yeah.
It's way different. Like I try my hardest to let my kids have freedom, but I'm not going to let them just jump on their bike and leave. It doesn't happen anymore.
Oh yeah, the Cumberland River's got tons of cars.
Oh, was that in Nashville?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Nashville. I mean,
we was there like years ago, and there was cars everywhere.
I'm almost afraid to skate there because it's so many people, and I mean, there's so many cars out there, and so many other people have already found. You know, it seems like everything.
How deep does that? I can't stop burping. How deep does your drone go?
I think my drone can go like 200 feet, maybe more.
It was pretty deep.
So
I wanted to find a drone where I could go, I don't know, like 500 feet deep or something, or 1,000 feet or something where you could. Because I want to go to the bottom of like
the ocean,
the deepest lake in Georgia, which is Carter's Lake. Because I was like, I wonder what's at the very bottom. Deep. I don't know how deep, but it's like deep. Maybe like 30. I don't know. I don't want to throw out a number, but it's deep. It's very deep. Somebody will tell us in here in a minute. May I ask why so many cars in rivers and lakes? Because it is the easiest place to get rid of stuff. Out of sight, out of mind. If nobody sees it go in, nobody will ever know it's there until somebody hits it or they happen to see it on fishing sonar. And more of them are getting found, though, because of people like us.
Old Hickory Dam? That sounds familiar.
The Old Hickory Dam. Adam wasn't alive in the 80s. He was born in 80.
80s? No, I'm a 90s baby.
Oh, jeez. I thought he was born in...
93. I am 30 years old.
Dude, you know how horrible it is? I was in the 8th grade when he was born. He was pooping your pants when I was in the 8th grade. That's crazy. And
Old Hickory.
What's funny is you're still bigger than me. Now you could just like giant smash me like the Hulk smash. But when he was little, I could beat you up.
Oh yeah?
Maybe. Somebody said you look 18.
Oh yeah, we went.
Oh, that mustache.
I don't know if we went. We were just right near the Old Hickory boat ramp in Nashville. We didn't go down to that one. We searched around. I think we went up to Lock 3, that boat ramp.
Illinois redhead graduated in '93.
I don't think we went up to the Old Hickory boat ramp. But he said there's supposed to be a car there.
Said Carter's Lake is 480 feet deep.
Okay, pretty good.
I have to. Please give us an update. What would you like? An update on this? So, pretty much the update is we went out to search for summer wells. We was helping another YouTuber named Ryan Finds the Truth. And he's been working really hard on trying to find this girl. And if you don't know who Summer Wells is, just Google it and you're going to find out more than you wanted to know. She's a 5-year-old girl that went missing, vanished off the face of the planet out of thin air. It's one of those cases. So he got a couple tips that her body could have been dumped into the lake in the area. So we came to town to help out, and we dove and we cleared those spots, but we did find some things, but it wasn't linked to her. So, like for instance, found a barrel, and we brought it up to the surface and found out that it was empty, but it was at the spot, so it was plausible. It was a good. We had to check, put it that way. So, I am going to be posting every single day the best I can, because I got to make up for it. So that's what I've been doing. And this weekend, I'm not at home, so I'm going live, giving you those updates. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sounds pretty good. Yes, Adam is married.
Yeah, I take my ring off.
Oh my
I
gosh!
take it off when we're out in the boat. I don't want to lose it. But yeah, I'm married.
Yeah. Man. Reading the commenters you guys are going through. I got graduated in 82. We graduated in 93. Like the new series, keep it going. See, people like my talking head videos.
I mean,
I get it, you don't.
I mean, I think you got mainly positive comments more than negative.
Busby Adventures. Yeah, send me whatever you got. We'll take a look.
If you want to email, I just marked it on my map, the boat ramp there. Is it off the boat ramp? You can always...
He said Hendersonville, so where was this? Like, are we close?
Well, that's near Nashville.
Ooh, we're on the Knoxville side.
You want to go over to Nashville?
I don't know if we can fit that into this. That's a long drive.
Yeah, we searched a lot of the other boat ramps around there. We just didn't go that far down. I wanted to, but then I think it got really dark quick. That was that night it got really dark quick.
Oh.
Right after we bought the boat.
Yeah. What map app do y'all use? I mean, Google.
I use Google Maps, yeah.
I have 1X if I'm looking for property lines and stuff, but just Google or Safari.
We got so many pins all over everywhere.
Yeah. Come back to Nashville. I mean, honestly, I want to go back to Nashville because it's a big river to dive in. Lord knows what you'll find.
Well, we do. I mean, I know there's lots of cars out there.
Oh yeah.
But I don't think it'd be anything that hasn't already been found. Well, I mean, there probably is.
This is on the left
old.
side of the ramp near the dam by the DuPont plant, Hendersonville. See, Sherry loves the talking head videos.
Let's see. Well, Nashville's a drive.
Oh, You'd like to see us together? When is the new video on Wrecked and Recovered going to come out?
Next week.
Next week. What is it?
It's the 300ZX.
Oh, man. That should be a good one because everybody liked those cars. Then after that, I think it's the Armada and then the Yoda.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of editing. But yeah, if you're not subscribed to Wrecked and Recovered, go over there.
Indeed.
That's a fun channel.
I said I'm crazy. It's refreshing to not see... Oh, I like that comment. I'm going to go back. Here's my big thumb in the way. It's refreshing to see non-drama about summer. Thank you for your searches. Yeah, I mean, I don't know the deep stories. I mean, it's gone everywhere. Nancy Grace, Dr. Phil. It's nationwide, like... It's pretty hard to say Summer Wells and somebody really doesn't know what you're talking about. But there's so many theories now and lots of, I mean, if you guys just read the stories, you'll know who I'm talking about, but I don't want to say it because of the whole, talking trash about somebody online. I could be wrong, but you guys be the judge. Just Google Summer Wells update, and you're going to find out what's going on pretty darn quick. So where's this? Nashville still?
Yeah.
Man, that's a big river.
We'll go back there.
Yeah. So people are subscribed to all of our channels. Most people under 30 don't know who Summer Wells is. Well, luckily, I don't think I have that many people under 30 watching my channel. But if I do, thanks for being here. What are you typing? Man, you supposed to be looking at that.
I'm doing business.
Business. That's what he says. Business. Man, that's all I got. That's all I got on the Summer Wells.
What are we doing tomorrow?
You tell me. You're Mr. Motivated. I mean, I got a couple spots I'd like to go dive, but it'd be for fun.
There is a quarry I want to check out. I'm not going to say where. So we'll probably go live tomorrow.
It is Monday, so it shouldn't be as packed. I'm kind of glad we didn't do it over the weekend. Even though, it's a different quarry, though. Is it a swimming hole quarry?
Yeah.
Oh, it's probably still good. Okay.
There'll probably be people there.
I think he was calling us old farts. Definitely not. Distinguished. That's better. Mature. I'm silver, too, so I'm not far behind y'all. I said that because most people are watching Taylor Swift videos and entertainment. They don't care about missing people. I totally get it. Did Stacy Peterson's sister ever contact you about the remains? I don't know if the sister contacted me directly, but I know we've been contacted. And that's another case. Love to help. Far drive. And that's just not in the budget, unfortunately. There are other people that live a lot closer to her. Just saying. Don't exactly know why they're not jumping all over that, but whatever. Who do you know that searches in North Carolina I could follow or learn in person from? I don't know anybody. I mean, we tend to stick to ourselves now.
I mean, the problem is it's hard to meet up with other people. Like, we try to and we can. It's just...
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's not... If you just have sonar and a boat, that's about all you need. I mean, you need good sonar, though. I'd say get a better sonar than a better boat, in case you don't have one or the other.
Somebody said she was nabbed by a weird neighbor. I mean, like I said, there's theories. There's something about a truck. There's something about the search dogs tracked her scent to the road. But it all brings up, like, has she ever wandered off before? She was supposed to be playing with her brothers, and then all of a sudden, like, her brothers said she went into the basement to go play, but then she's missing. Was somebody stalking this family? Was, like, from the pictures I've seen and from the people, like, when you see them online, it's not. They're just some people. There's nothing really special going on here. I don't understand why somebody would snatch up this girl, like, without anybody seeing it. It's pretty in the middle of the day. Like, was it planned? Was it sporadic? But then again, nobody saw anything. It's It's hard to believe. Are there any bodies of water by her property?
There's a few ponds, but
I guess she used to play at like there's a little creek she used to play in.
I mean, my thing is they had dogs, like actual canines, right, out there.
Yeah, apparently they had dogs.
And they followed her scent to the road, and then that's it.
Oh, you're talking about police dogs?
Yeah.
Yeah, they said they could track her scent to the road, down the driveway. So what does that mean?
So that, I mean,
That sounds like she
if
left
that's-
in a car.
yeah, that sounds like she left in the car. Because those dogs, man, if it was, I don't know the details, but if it's actually real dogs, those things can track a lot farther than down a driveway, you know.
Yeah, it's like the Sebastian case. It just doesn't. All these theories don't make sense, but the common sense theory that everybody's thinking makes the most sense. But apparently there's not enough evidence or proof yet.
Yeah, apparently
And that's what's irritating.
it's like a town of 5,000 people, which is not a lot for a town.
Yeah, but then you got a town of 5,000 people. That means you got a police department of like 2 cops probably, and a budget of like $20. You know, like, so I mean, I'm not dissing them, but I'm saying maybe the resources aren't as plentiful as they would be in other cities like Nashville.
And it's hard for us to do these searches without leads like Ryan, you know, he sent us a picture, because there's no car involved. It's so much easier to search for a car. So the amount of missing people, not in cars.
She was 5.
And she was 5, yeah. It just doesn't.
Yeah, missing kids is tough because the whole innocence factor, you know, like a kid disappears and you're just like, I don't know. It would ruin me if one of my kids went missing. It would. I couldn't imagine ever rebounding from that. I'd be a mess.
No.
You know, I wouldn't. Mental breakdowns. You know, just it'd be horrible, unthinkable. So that's why I kind of keep them close to the hip, because I couldn't imagine a life without them. So.
Oh yeah, there's some awful, horrible people out there in the world.
Oh yeah, terrible.
I mean,
You ever been on the dark web? Apparently that's one of the reasons why people are sex trafficked, for horrible little peep shows on the dark web. I've never seen it, but I've heard horrible stories.
yeah, I've heard things.
Please answer zombie of 3. I didn't see the question. I'm sorry. Mombi? How's the Cabot remodel going? Slow and steady. Incredibly slow. Because Candace has had to take on like two full-time jobs essentially. And you know, and I'm doing what I can with the videos thing. And as much as what does that say? How's that on dog's caught scent? If the dog's caught a scent, wouldn't that be normal because it's her house? That's a good thought. So another good thought. You know, but like, yeah, I mean, she's all over that property. How the dogs know it's fresh and what's old?
I don't know.
I don't know. That's kind of weird. Maybe they was following the scent to the road because maybe she would walk down with her parents to get the mail or something.
I'm sure the most recent scent is the strongest, not the one that chase.
Yeah. Candace is working her butt off. Yeah, 1,000%. She definitely needs an attaboy. What if there's like a way to put like some kind of Amazon edible arrangement chocolate gift thingy?
Probably.
She would like that. I remember one time she had surgery and she wasn't feeling hot, and I snuck on. I think I did a live or a post or something to get people to send her stuff.
You put your home address out there?
I did, and I didn't care. I mean, I don't feel like I'm popular enough to have stalkers, but I could be wrong. But usually I'm thinking my stalkers would be some, like, you know, somebody I could handle. I don't know. Let's just hope for the best. Let's hope I don't have any stalkers, because it's not too hard to find where I live.
Not too hard.
Not too
You live
hard.
in a small town.
Yeah, and you can find anybody's address on Google nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's how we track down missing people's last known address. Just Google it. Eventually, you're going to find it. It's weird. She needs a spa day. I know. Have you ever sonared a landfill? We don't have that kind of sonar. I mean, it's underwater sonar is what we got. The land ground penetrating stuff. I ain't got that.
When am I going to put out instructions on how to make a mini kayak? I have a video. I have a whole video on how I made mine. It's on my channel. You might have to scroll back a ways. Or just like type in RC sonar boat on my
Yeah, you
channel.
go to his channel and just search RC boat.
Yeah, I mean,
It
I go
shouldn't-
over the basics. There's some stuff that I don't go over, like programming the remote control. I can't really explain that easily. Yep, there's other videos people have done. It's a little tricky, but yeah, I have a whole video on that, so definitely go check that out.
Had that video pop off?
Well, no, it didn't pop off.
Oh,
But
man.
I mean, my whole point, if you guys hadn't seen it, it's my big orange kayak, remote control with the sonar on it. But I want people to be able to build them and search, themselves. You don't have to buy a big old boat. Now, you can't really take it in lakes, but
What?
my kayak RC boat, you can, but I wouldn't recommend it.
Lakes?
Yeah.
Why? You can't take it in lakes?
I wouldn't.
Why not? Like this one?
I mean, if it's a calm lake, you're fine.
Well, obviously, if it's a windy day or you got boats
Yeah,
everywhere.
if it's windy, and it's cut off on us before in ponds, and it's been stuck out in the middle of ponds before, so it's gotta at your own risk.
Yeah. So we have not been on boots on the ground, so to speak, with Sebastian's case. And the main reason for that, okay, it's something I learned too, new. Well, we heard that the authorities were getting mad because people were showing up to search, but they were just doing their own thing, kind of like what we do out on the water. But they were kind of like going places they shouldn't. They were trespassing. They were being aggressive with their searches. And it was irritating people. So apparently, like, there was drama there. So I was like, I don't want to be another YouTuber guy that shows up and gets in the way. The best way I could help is just keeping his name alive so it doesn't go cold. And apparently the dad or the stepdad, maybe like the family, the Proudfoots, if you guys are following this, they've been being really aggressive towards other people searching. I've been hearing that he's been sending YouTubers cease and desists because they're doing videos. And that's crazy. And apparently the United Cajun Navy went there to help, and they were receiving death threats, so they pulled back. And come to find out, it was him who was sending the threats. So the very family who last seen Sebastian are the ones causing all this drama. So you guys be the judge. I'm not pointing the fingers at anybody, but I mean, you're not really building a good case for yourself when you're being a dick to everybody who wants to help. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. Now, I try so hard not to badmouth anybody who's not a suspect, but when you act a fool and you don't act like somebody who just lost their child, obviously people are going to point the fingers at you. I don't get it.
Yeah, there's some red flags there.
Yeah, I'm like people saying I'm the bad guy. You shouldn't, innocent until proven guilty. I mean, well, common sense dictates you're allowed to have an opinion. Same. The last people to see him should be the suspects. That's what I was thinking. But I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get these cases where, like, well, I'm the last person to see him. I put him to bed. The next morning I woke up and he wasn't there. No signs of forced entry. He wasn't in his shoes. He didn't take his Nintendo Switch. That was in there. He took a flashlight was missing. He didn't take his phone. I'm like, so you're telling me your kid got up and left barefoot with a flashlight in the middle of the night and you didn't know it, and he vanishes? Bullshit. Something else is going on with that case. I mean, I could rant forever on that one. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
But then you keep talking trash and pointing the fingers. The next thing you know, you get a slander lawsuit. And I don't want to get sued, but I mean, come on. I mean, people who follow these cases, like, who have a brain, they know how to think. They're like, man, I'm telling you, a little fishy going on there. You see how I think I could be? I could be a good talk show host, but it'd be like drama filled and people.
Yeah, I mean, we can, spread awareness.
Yeah, I mean,
some of these cases, we can only search. It's such a needle in a haystack search, unless we have a clue.
Alleged. I gotta say that word.
Alleged.
Alleged. I gotta remember that. But still, continue.
I would say it's hard. Yeah, it's hard to
Damn, that was mean.
Yeah.
Just called you out.
I know, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, we're the, yeah. Thanks.
I don't even know where I was going. I was reading y'all's comments.
A tear rolls down your cheek.
Yeah, today we had, Ryan sent us the screenshot of what it looked like remains. So when we have a clue like that to go off of, it's a lot easier to pinpoint searches and stuff like that. So we really appreciate his help on that. And,
I'm Dr. Nug.
we try to respond to as many tips and clues as we can. There's just so many cases out there. Unfortunately, we have to pick and choose sometimes, and we're pretty limited on time, so.
I just go, like, people will send us tips or they'll ask for our help. And I mean, if I'll look for anybody anywhere if it's halfway credible, like even a theory. Like we've done it before. So like fishing people like, hey, I think I saw a car. And we went and dove on it and it was a damn fishing dock.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that was in that lake.
But it looked like an upside down car until we dove on it. But I was like, I wasn't mad. I was like,
it's kind of like a 50-50. I mean, sometimes the Sonar,
the old truck in Lake Lanier, that panned out.
Truck, that was an actual old. I want to get that out. I want to pull that.
It looks pretty cool for as old as it is.
Old nursery truck.
I think didn't they say the family reached out and was like, oh yeah, that was my dad's old business or something? It was like it was a
I can't remember.
Plant nursery or something like that.
Did they reach out to you?
I want to say somebody did. It was like, oh yeah, my dad used to own it or something. But,
there's so many cases in Florida. It is crazy.
So we can't keep up with the comments, but email or send us a message on Facebook what you got, and then we'll go through them and we'll see what we can do. I try to answer everybody's questions the best I can. I've missed some. In some of these cases, like there's a missing person in Oregon. I think another person who is autistic went missing in Oregon. I mean, that's a nation away. I would love to help, but that's far.
Yeah. I want to spread awareness. I think on my channel, I'm going to do a lot more like lives, spreading awareness on cases that aren't near us, Well, some near us, but like cases that we can't get to that other people can search.
It helps because we have the audience, and even though barely any of them ever get notified that we go live, I mean, the word does get out. So, I mean, a few views is better than none at all.
Yeah.
The right person might see it and be like,
that's the thing. There are other channels that are a lot smaller and they put out videos, for awareness, which is great. But we do have a platform, and I'd like to use it more to help if we can.
Yeah. It's funny, our Facebook following is huge. It's like, if anything, we can just put out missing person flyers, like just posts.
Yeah.
Don't forget about Sebastian Rogers. Don't forget about Summer Wells. Don't forget about all these other missing people. I don't know, which is weird. The kids are a tough one to don't let the kids go cold, because the kids are getting snatched up. I can only imagine what happens. Oh, horrible people. Hey, they got notified of the live at least. That's cool.
Oh yeah.
What does that say?
To Oregon.
Yeah, as long as we're safe. I don't want to go to Portland. It's pretty scary nowadays.
I like Portland when I went.
I used to live there.
You lived in Portland?
Uh-huh. I lived in the burbs.
Did you?
Actually, half of my freshman year was in I can't remember the school I went to. But I lived off. Well, my apartments were the Frank Estates. I don't know where the hell that's at.
I don't know. I went through town, looked at the.
I take it back. I went to Beaverton High School. I ain't lying, dude. Beaverton. I bet you people from Portland know exactly where Beaverton is.
I don't know if it's gotten worse, but I liked it. It was like, kind of hip. They had like all the gardens and stuff. People on scooters riding around, right? It was fun.
That might have been before all hell broke loose.
Probably, yeah.
Because
I had fun.
Downtown I went down there drinking when I was in the Navy with my friends, and it wasn't a war zone.
But, of course you did.
Of course you did. Yeah. Dang old Beaverton. That was a huge high school. It was so many people was at this school that you could run from the security guards, and if you got away, it's like running from the cops. They didn't know everybody. So I saw that all the time. Like if they was out ditching class or something.
Yeah.
They would run from the security, and as long as they didn't get caught, they get away with it. It's so weird. The school was like a huge. I didn't stay there that long though. Moved down south that year. I don't even know what they said. Did you see what they said?
Something about the lake. Searching. They're glad we searched the lake, but there's so much more spots on that lake
That lake is huge.
Well, it's not insane. It's not like this lake, but it's still a big body of water.
It's deep. Like, I was really surprised. Like, we was right beside the cliff, and it was like 30 feet. But then we actually went down to the very bottom of the cliff, and we was like, I think at least 50.
Yeah, it got pretty deep down there.
And it was freezing. That whole thermocline thing. I think we went. Well, I think it was 2. At least 2. Downtown was a no-go. Yeah, it's Sally. I think Seattle was the same kind of cool little. It felt hip little environment. You know, I used to go all the time. Like, it was just fun to go to.
Seattle's fun, but it's kind of just like that one stretch is kind of, the tourist area.
I did the underground Seattle tour.
Oh, I didn't do that.
Because the city's actually built. They built it up, like they built it on top of stuff because it always flooded. So like there's a city underneath that city. Cars and shit is still down there. It's
really
weird. Oh yeah, it's weird as hell. And like you can go on tours now and look. And I thought that was crazy. It's
how far down can this Sonar scan?
I mean, I think it goes down to 100, 120
pretty
easily.
Yeah, after 100, it's hard to even see what you're looking at unless it's a big car.
Because it goes more down than out, so you're kind of limited to how far out you can go. But so if you're looking for a car at 100 feet, it's pretty challenging, but it can be done. They got that tow behind Sonar thing that certain people.
Oh, the tow fish.
Yeah, that you can do that.
That thing's really expensive though for deep water.
Yeah,
but I don't know if it's still like super clear, deep.
Well, I remember when Team Waters was using it. Essentially, all it is a transducer on that. So you're dragging the transducer, so it's just bringing the transducer closer to the ground, where you get a better shot.
Well, we could make one of those.
Yeah, the problem is the aerodynamics. We got to get some kind of little underwater.
We just need a missile-looking
thing.
Yeah.
Then we just drag it along. I mean, a homemade tow fish.
We could do it.
I mean, times are tough. Homemade DIY
like
shit
old
works.
One and put a new transducer on.
Oh, I like that. We just need to find an old missile. Preferably not live, and we can make a tow fish out of it. Then we got to put it somewhere. That's just another thing in the boat.
We need like one of those cranes on the back of our boat to like little mini ones, little winches.
Who is Amber Heard? It says justice for Amber Heard, but isn't that Deadpool married to her? Or no, that was Johnny Depp.
That's Johnny Depp, isn't it?
Yeah, it was Johnny Depp's ex, I think. What, is she dead?
Is there another missing person?
Yeah, there might be a missing person.
Name, I don't know.
I haven't seen the news in a couple of days. What's going on? No nug, no missies. I don't know. Maybe it's because I said a bad word. It says PG-13. I try my best, but I'm real. I'm authentic. I need a shirt like that. I'm real. I'm authentic. And then a bad word.
I'm tired.
Yeah, I think. Okay. Yeah. So, okay. That's essentially, we're just hanging out with you guys now, but the search continues. So, pretty much, if you guys got tips, if you guys got stories you want to tell us, you want us to search at places, tell us. We're down, especially in the Tennessee, the southern states. He lives in South Carolina, so we can anywhere in the South Carolina, North Carolina, all the way Georgia, Alabama, Tennessee. I want to say Florida, but it's pretty well covered up. But people go missing every day, so definitely we can help if somebody else can't. And Paso, goodness, reading as I go. And if you guys want to keep us out here and not trapped at our house, and donate to our nonprofit. That's what we made it for, is to help missing people, help families search for missing people, and to clean up these nasty waters. And it's the perfect nonprofit for that. So we need to get some backers. We need some corporate donors to write some checks, because then we can just go nuts with it. And we don't have to. We'll still make videos, but we won't be so stressed about making videos.
It helps, definitely.
Yeah, it helps to be able to be funded correctly and not have to we got to get these videos out because that's the only way we make money. That's stressful when all of a sudden the social media platforms decide to cut your pay. So name of the nonprofit is rapidcc.org. And the long name is Rapid Compassion Collective. It's pretty long when you say it.
Pretty long name, but
Yeah.
Rapid CC sounds...
RapidCC.org.
Rapid, I mean, it's kind of, the inspiration was kind of like rapids, like water, and we're quick.
I thought I thought that was, I didn't know the water part.
Well, rapid.
I always thought it was just, we try to get it done as quick as
I
possible.
don't know, I was thinking, but we were coming up with a name, like rapids. Like it's
What
water
word you
related.
come up? Was that the word you came up with?
I think so. Rapids, rapid.
I think I was collective and Candace was compassion.
Yeah.
I don't know. Because Candace, my wife, she's also a founding member. Is that what you call them? She's actually the one that takes care of everything so we don't mess up the numbers. She's really smart when it comes to that. And I don't know how you are, but I'm not good with books. I mean, if I had no choice,
I'm not great.
no, I'm kind of glad she handles that stuff. So yeah, spa day for Candace. I'll take care of the kids. She can go get a mani-pedi. Rapid Compassion Collective. That's what it's called. Behind the scenes hero. Now, where do I get corporate donors? You always hear about them. You know, backers, rich people who donate to nonprofits.
I don't know. I think you usually have to...
They usually donate to nonprofits that already have millions of dollars in the bank.
I know, it's kind of weird, but they have connections. They know people already.
We need connections. We need to talk to Elon Musk. What's his number? Harry likes to spend money.
It's a great question.
He can just, I don't know, 5 million. Just a nice, easy number. Now we don't have to worry about nothing. We can actually have ribs once in a while. It'd be nice. It'd be nice. I think if somebody, oh my, could you imagine? I don't see us changing much. If we had like that big of a bank account for the nonprofit, we just wouldn't have to really worry or stress.
It's just no stress, yeah. And we could potentially go out every week.
You know, we go out nonstop, and then we could do the New York trip. Then we could do the Texas trips, Oklahoma. You know,
apply for a federal grant.
Dang, I mean, have you ever tried it? I'm still stuck on just registering. You got to go through a ton. You know, that website ends with .gov, so obviously it's going to be really painful. Yeah, I think I'm still registering to apply for federal grants. And it's like ripping off your fingernails. You can hire people to do that, you know? It's so complicated. You can hire people to write federal grants.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's their whole business.
Well, if anyone does that for a living and wants to volunteer their time helping us, let us know. Because that'd be great.
I can hold a fundraiser dinner, but it's going to be at like, you remember the Pizza Hut restaurants? It's going to be like that, or like Moe's.
I don't talk much about my wife. Well,
What'd you just drop?
oh.
What are you breaking? Is that my phone? No, my phone's up there. Never mind.
She's doing her own thing. She's good.
Can't believe you don't talk about your wife.
My wife is amazing.
Oh, yeah? I heard she has a tattoo.
No, she doesn't.
It's a lie. Adam has a tattoo. It's right above,
No, don't even start.
it's right above his pants line on his back. It says, come on. Remember Kevin Hart said that about The Rock?
Did he? Isn't this supposed to be a serious live stream?
It's coming to the end.
We've rambled.
We said all the serious stuff at the beginning, so now we're coming to an end. We still haven't eaten yet.
Yeah,
Oh, these are.
I don't like them.
I mean, they're good because I'm starving, but they wouldn't be my first choice. Combos. Tramp stamp. That's what it is, a tramp stamp. Yeah, it's a tramp stamp that says Black Adam on it.
The superhero?
Yeah. And it's The Rock. Man.
On that note.
Where you going? No, he doesn't have a tramp stamp. He don't even have any tattoos.
I'm clean.
I think you should get a tattoo.
The top comment on this video, I will get tattooed. No, just kidding.
That's right. That we should have a tattoo fundraiser. You get a big old tattoo if we raise like 10 grand.
It depends on them. What are we talking here?
No, not 10 grand to spend on a tattoo.
No, I'm like, what would I have to get tattooed and how big?
I mean, you get whatever you want.
Oh, it's my choice?
I would think so. You know, we don't want you to get like a pink unicorn. That'd be weird. Okay. Now, I would do that.
I'll get a pink van coming out the water.
Now, I have tattoos. I don't care. They're all, you know, I'm all old now, so they're all worn out. But
yeah, what is this?
Well, if you look close, it's a flaming. See, there's the face. You know, it's little hands. It's like a flaming demon thing. I don't know. I saw it. I'm a poser. All these things I picked off the wall. They have no symbolic.
Flaming dragon.
Yeah. Well, this one is supposed to mean something, but it doesn't. It's this one, the Chinese writing. It's so cliche.
Yeah.
But it's supposed to say Jeremy, and I'm such an idiot. I would thought, oh, there's actually a Chinese Jeremy. You know.
What does it mean?
It's something that vaguely rhymes with Jeremy. It's a female's name. And I'm going to pronounce very well. Jeremy, right? Te Huang Mei. I ain't lying. That is exactly what that means. And apparently it's like some chick's name, and it's common. It's like Jill or something like that. Yeah. And this one down here means beauty. So I got a feminine girl's name on my arm. And once I found that out, I was like, the only thing I can do is marry a Chinese woman.
You can get those some of these cover-up people.
Dude, that is deep. Because I had it redone.
You did?
Yeah, and they struck bone. I'm surprised they didn't blow it out more, but I had it redone in Singapore, and that guy went nuts. And I was drinking. He didn't care, so I was bleeding all over the place. He was very talented because it worked. Well, but anyway, I can get a tattoo of something embarrassing as long as it's not on my forehead or something for the right amount of money. But I think we could raise money and you can get like whatever you want.
I'll get your logo tattooed on my butt cheek.
I was so stupid back in the day. I was actually close to getting a tattoo on my butt cheek of Tweety Bird giving the bird. So it'd be Tweety Bird flipping you off.
So this is like a year ago?
No, it was Navy.
Yeah.
There's a lot of alcohol-induced decisions. But Jesus. So we could do tattoo fundraisers.
I'm not getting a tattoo.
He could do it.
I'm just tired.
How much money? How much would you have to raise for the nonprofit to get a tattoo?
I think 10 grand minimum.
10 grand is a big number. It can be done.
But it's for a good cause. I mean, it's just for...
Yeah,
imagine how many people in a car we could help and how many cars...
And then you have a story behind it. Like, why'd you get that tattoo? Like, I was raising money for my nonprofit. They're like, aw. You know. You should find a really good tattoo artist and get a picture of your wife on the shoulder. It won't last.
And then when I get real fat, it'll...
Yeah, like when you get old, it's just going to look like a withered old woman. They won't let you do real people's names. Wrecked and Recovered tattoo. Man, there you go. That's an awesome logo. And you made it. So it's like, yeah, this is Wrecked and Recovered. Oh, right there. You can get it on your boobie.
We'll talk about it. We'll talk. After the live.
Shit, you'll be like, there's no way in hell I'm doing that. I wanted to shave my head for like $1,000. I was like, we can raise $1,000, I'll shave my head.
You got a mullet going on, man?
Well, I hate it, dude.
I need a haircut too.
I just don't want to. I just don't want to spend money on anything. But I was gonna shave my head anyways, and I was like, well, that's not fair. So I was like, okay, I will shave a mohawk in my head, and I'll dye it pink, and then I will walk around the streets of Jasper where I live.
Pink?
Yep, with a sign that says this was for charity, and I'll wave at people, and you know, and people will laugh, and Candace is gonna film everybody's reactions.
That'd be funny. Man, it's getting dark.
I know, man. It's time to wrap this up, I guess. Can't even see me anymore.
Going into the shadows.
Well, I meant pectoral muscle. But you get it. Yes, Candace saved Nug from himself. Oh, yeah, she got the fallout of my, like, I was at the end of my career on drinking and partying. And she caught the ass end of it. And it was still pretty bad. She had to deal with a lot. I peed in the hamper. I peed all over my clothes once. It was horrible. That's probably the lowest point. Because we all got trashed. Then she had to deal with me all night, and then the next day because I'm stupid hungover. I thought she was gonna leave that. She's like, I can't deal with this guy, but she stuck around. She saw light at the end of the dark, drunk tunnel.
Now you're a changed man.
Kinda.
Physically, not mentally.
Not mentally. I'm more sober. I used to drink like a fish. That's all we did. Drink, work, drink. Everybody loves Candace. I wonder if she's still on here, listening to all this good compliments.
I think we need to go get a sandwich. I'm turning into you on my live streams.
What, are you gonna fall? Oh, you getting grumpy?
I'm tired.
Oh yeah. All right.
We're almost at an hour.
Well, that's the way I try to be, but
It seems like when you hit an hour, you start getting even more people. I mean, you got 435 people on here.
so that means we have to stay live for another 4.5 minutes, and then it will automatic. Oh, my truck just shut off. I forgot they did that. Well, I'm gonna start it back up. All right. Oh, look, Candace is still here. She just did the chickens for the night. Yeah, she's a farmer, taking care of her chickens. You know the worst thing she did? She named the chickens. Now we can't eat them.
I'll name that one Drumstick.
I was saying, that's
Crispy.
That one's what was it, Colonel Sanders? Extra crispy. There's Bojangles over there, and there's Popeyes. I thought we should have named them, but no. Now we can't even have the roosters. Now we can't even eat them. It's not fair.
Can you eat rooster?
It's a chicken. It's just a boy chicken.
So like, do they like just does like Chick-fil-A like mix roosters and?
I don't think they.
Does it taste different?
I don't think so. I think it's a boy chicken or girl chicken. Tastes the same. Can't. Oh my gosh, we already got They pledged $100 for me and a pink mohawk. I did give the bath. She said bath. What's that mean?
For the chickens.
Big ass feather. I don't know. These dang roosters are just as delicious as hens. There you go. I mean, a chicken's a chicken. Just
So we've probably eaten roosters and not known.
well, probably.
It just sounds weird to say I ate a rooster. You know, you think, well, it's still chicken. I don't know.
Do roosters have thingies? You know, or is it like a cat that's kind of tucked up in there until they need it?
They're thingy thingies?
Yeah.
Well, it's called a cloaca.
You would know that.
And
he's a bird guy. Does that thing work?
Don't put that light on me.
I don't even aim
Why
at
are we
it.
talking about birds?
I'm curious. I'm genuinely
you
curious.
Google it, but it's kind of weird. It's like an all-in-one whole thing. I don't know.
So it's like a trap door, and then brrr.
There's a lot going on with birds
okay.
in their junk.
Man,
But
I see. It's like dogs. They just let their goodies hang out. Just
well,
don't
it's
care.
not. I don't. What are we talking about?
That's what I don't enjoy. Like you see a boy dog. And
You see it all on dogs. You don't see
They don't
it,
even care.
You don't see it on birds.
just let it hang low. Man, got 2 minutes.
Hens have more fat,
Hens have more fat.
so they taste better.
Do hens have more breast meat than roosters?
Probably.
Because of the boobies. I don't know. That's a good question.
What's the best part of a chicken?
Oh man, I mean, depends on who cooks it.
What's
but
your
I mean,
go-to piece?
if it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, I go for the breast. This big chunk of meat, you know. But most of the time, it's the drumstick. If it's hot wings, I like. I don't know. That's another thing. What is it called? The drumstick or
The wing?
yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, what do you like more?
I eat drumsticks if I eat them.
What about hot wings?
Well, I'm weird. I don't like. I'd rather eat boneless chicken, which is just a. I don't know. I don't know how they make boneless chicken. It's just a bunch of meat squished together into a whatever. But I'm not a big fan of bones and tendons and all that.
So you just like boneless nuggets?
It's like the meat, yeah.
I wonder how. I like Chick-fil-A nuggets, or I think those are made pretty good.
Yeah, I don't know how they do it, but it seems like they just smush all meat together into a shape of a nugget.
Oh no, they did it pretty good.
I've
had dark meat, but I guess turkey dark meat. I've always wanted to know what a goose tasted like. I never had goose before, like Canadian goose. I know you can eat it, or duck. I never had
You
duck.
can eat anything.
The only duck I ever had was from a Thai restaurant. I wasn't a fan. I want to have some like hickory smoked mallard. See what that tastes like.
And that's an hour. All right, guys.
And that's 16 minutes. Jeez. Oh, they say it's greasy. Well, catfish is pretty weird, but I ate catfish once.
Yep.
Duck and gooses are greasy, good jerky, goose, duck, greasy. But don't you want grease? You know, like when you eat a hamburger, you got that grease.
I think it's a different
kind of grease.
kind of grease. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, the only good part of a goose is the breast.
Oh, look at that. You can see me now.
Man. All right. Well, this was a great conversation, but at the end of the day, we're out here because of you guys. Running our mouth and kind of winding down for the day, but keeping you guys entertained the best we can. And appreciate every one of you guys hanging out with us. And once again, rapidcc.org. That's what keeps this truck running, which technically we shouldn't even have it running right now because it's wasting gas. And
That's a good point.
Keeps us fed. It sounds like they're hungry. Yes, we're very hungry, Candace. And that's where we're going to go right now. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me for like 61 minutes. And you know what? We're going to do it again tomorrow. So like and subscribe. Adam Brown. We're out of here. rapidcc.org. Candace just posted it. Thanks, guys. It's foul tasting.